Now, let's further explore. You have handled some situations that you experienced in your life. Tell me a time when you failed to meet a deadline. What things do you fail? What did you fail to do? What were your repercussions? What did you learn?
A time when I failed to meet a deadline was while I was working at Coldstream Country Club, and it was after our member guest tournament, and we were supposed to clean all the carts, clean the bags, and get the carts restocked with teas, towels, scorecards, and everything else. And it was a 2-day tournament, and on the second night, or on the first night, they didn't come in until after 9 o'clock, and we had to stay and finish this. And a couple kids had to leave that were working, so I was by myself, and I did not have enough time to finish. So I called my boss and told him that it was already 12 o'clock at night, and I still was not finished. And he said, well, you need to have it finished before you leave. I said, well, can I just come in tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. and finish my work? He said that was fine. He said, are you sure you're able to do that? I want us to be ready and prepared. We'll all be there at 6, but if you feel like you can get most of it finished by 6, then that's fine. You can stop and come in tomorrow morning. And what I learned from this was to even though sometimes people will leave you and you might be by yourself, you always have to manage your time wisely while people are there, while you actually have help, rather than just trying to think that you can do it all by yourself.
Give me a specific example of a time when you sold your supervisor or professor an idea or concept. How did you proceed? What was the result?
Well, after a year of managing the caddy information and the money, I sold my supervisor on the idea that we should use Excel on the computer to save our caddy records on all of our caddy information from the day all the way to their ranking to how much money that we gave out for that day. So I sold him on the idea. He wasn't too thrilled about it, but he said that as long as I kept at least a hard copy of it, just in case we'd lose the computer file, that was fine. I sold him on the idea, and he said report to me after a whole week's worth of recording on the computer. I showed him, and he was very impressed with my finding records and how neat and tidy they were, and how easy it was to find all the information we needed in one Excel file through the different sheets in Excel. So through that, he was very impressed, and he recognized me for having a more efficient way of finding the caddy information.
Describe the most significant or creative representation which you have had to complete.
Well, as caddy master at Coldstream Country Club, a board member had brought up to my boss, the assistant pro, that he thought our caddy program was underperforming and they were performing below average. When I heard this, I told him that there was no way. I've seen the caddies week in and week out that they were doing a great job, and I told him that I would take the project on, solely take the project on, and from the Excel spreadsheets that I had already made, I just took the information that we already had and put it in a pie chart of breaking it down into excellence, into the ratings: excellence, goods, poors, and fairs. And through this, I also broke it out into honor caddies, A caddies, B caddies, and apprentice caddies. In the overall caddy program, 99% of the caddies had scored or had a rating of excellence. So after having this information and presenting it to my boss, he asked if I could present it to the board of directors and tell them how our caddy performance was performing, and I said sure. So I made a presentation of our caddy program and broken down into every rank, as well as an overall caddy performance. And after the meeting was over and I presented my information, the board of directors was very proud of what I did and was proud of our caddy program.
Why should I hire you?
You should hire me because I'm a well-qualified candidate. I'm a well-qualified candidate for this position because I have the education, the leadership, the desire, and the experience. I have the education because I'm majoring in finance and economics, and I also am studying abroad this summer in the Netherlands. And through this, I feel like I will have the necessary background, information, and education to be able to assist a brand manager. I have the desire and the want to work and do my best at all times. I have the leadership through being the Academy Master at Coaching Country Club and the management skills to be able to help out and manage a team effectively. And I have the experience of customer service, relationship building, and sales to be able to manage customers, build a relationship with them, and then sell the product.
Do you have any questions?
Yes, what would a typical day be like?